Hi everyone, Emily here from Emily Reads, and today I have for you my April 2023 TBR. So first, hopefully my voice is a little bit better than it was in the last video. I'm still struggling, folks. I have been sick since the end of February. So 2 COVID tests later, both negative, 2 trips to the prompt care, multiple meds that I've been taking. This is what I got. So I'm doing the best I can here. So here's my April 2023 TBR. I am participating in 2 readathons. And I'll link the information down below for them. The first one that I'm going to do, this is the first time I'm doing this one, is the Keymark readathon, and they're doing a TBR Blitz challenge. So it's limited to 5 books only, and you can earn up to 3 points per book. So there are 10 different prompts that you can choose from for your books. That's the main prompt. And then there's a bonus prompt. And then you get another bonus point for leaving a review on Goodreads or Amazon. And I think Storygraph is the other option. So you can earn up to 15 points for your team, and that's it. The only rules are that they have to be science fiction or fantasy. They have to be more than 200 pages. And they have to be books that you have not read before, because the goal is to get our TBR down. I am part of the Stack Smashers team, led by our captain Derry from Derry's Read It Before. If you love Robin Hobb and you are not aware of her channel, you need to go check her out. She is like the queen of Robin Hobb. She's just very knowledgeable, very warm in sharing her love of Robin Hobb. And just has been very welcoming to be willing to talk to anyone about Robin Hobb. So I totally recommend checking out her channel. The second readathon that I'm doing, this will be my second year participating in it, and that is the Realmathon readathon, and that is led by Cassidy over at Covers with Cassidy. I'm on Team Enya, so I joined the fantasy team. And so I'm going to show off my books that I'll be reading in April. I'm going to kind of go over how they'll fit for both Keymark and for Realmathon. The first 2 books I'm going to show right now, they're not going to fit for Keymark, but they're books that I want to read for book club or to participate along with a read along with somebody else. And I don't have yet how I'm going to plug them in for Realmathon just yet. So the first book I'm going to read is The Friend Zone by Abby Jimenez. This is a contemporary rom-com, and this book is about Kristen Peterson, and she is facing a medical procedure and a medical necessary procedure, and then once she has it, she's not going to be able to have kids. And she's helping her best friend plan her wedding, and she meets the best man, Josh Copeland, and Josh really wants to have a family, and she and her dog have an instant connection with him, but because she's facing this medical procedure, she's hesitant to join in a relationship with him. I've read this years ago. I'm reading this for a book discussion group that I'm part of, and I know I enjoyed it, so I know that this will go through. I'll be able to read this quickly. Again, I don't know how I'm going to fit this in for Realmathon. The nice thing about Realmathon is that you can basically use any book, and it will count. The next book that I plan on reading is Circle of Magic by Tamora Pierce. This I'll probably read the weekend of April, like 14th, 15th, and 16th, because that weekend they have something called Peace Talks and the Realmathon readathon. And during that time, you get bonus points for books started and finished during that weekend. And Tamora Pierce, they're young adult and they're quick reads, so I'm hoping I can knock this out during that weekend. This is the first book in the original Circle of Magic quartet. I've not read any of the Circle of Magic books. I just haven't. And I know Bethany over at Beautifully Bookish Bethany is doing a read-along with the original Circle of Magic quartets for April, May, June, and July. So that's why I'm reading this one. And this is Sandry's book. Okay, so now for my, for sure, Keymark and Realmathon books. So the first book I plan on reading is Pattern Master by Octavia E. Butler. And so for the Keymark, this is kind of on the back burner. I actually wasn't planning on reading this year when I figured out what I wanted to read that fit with some of the reading challenges that I'm doing. Like, I have this, I know I want to read it eventually, but I wasn't planning on reading it this year. So figured that'd be great for on the back burner. The bonus points is that it was written in the 20th century. This is written in 1976. And then I'll do a review for it. So I'll be able to earn 3 points for my team. And it just squeaks by and makes the page count for the Keymark Readathon. This is 202 pages. So I figured it's a great short read. I can knock out a book and get some points for my team. For Realmathon, I'm going to be using this for some negative points. So you can like attack another team, or you can gain points for your team. So I'm going to use this to attack another team. This was Octavia E. Butler's first book that was published. So it's a debut book. It's a TBR vet. It sounds like there's a dysfunctional family in this book, and it's an Own Voices book. So how is a dysfunctional family? So this is like the son of the Pattern Master craves ultimate power, and he has murdered or enslaved every threat to his ambition except one. And so he has to hunt down this young apprentice. So patternists can are telepathic races, and they can destroy, heal, and rule. And so the son of the Pattern Master wants that ultimate power. He's murdered and enslaved every threat to his ambition except one. In the wild, mutant-infested hills, a young apprentice must be hunted down and destroyed because he is a tyrant's equal and the Pattern Master's other son. So, two brothers fighting against each other, that's a dysfunctional family for sure. So, that'll be my first book that I'm going to read. Again, it's 200 pages, so I'll be able to hopefully read this quickly. The next book I plan on reading, it's out of order in how I want to read the Cosmere, because I wanted to read in publication order. So technically Words of Radiance would be next for me, and then some of the stories from Arcanum Unbounded. But I feel like it won't be too bad that I'm going out of order, because I have to read Words of Radiance and then 2 stories, and then I'd be able to read this. So the next book I'm going to read is Shadows of Self by Brandon Sanderson, which is the second book in Mistborn Era 2. I'm not going to go into what this book is about because that would be spoilers, but we're going to continue to follow Wax and Wayne. I enjoyed Alloy of Law. I know people said it was the weakest book of the series, but I liked it. I felt like it was a nice, if you read it thinking it's a dime store Western, it really works as part of an example of that genre. For my Keymark readathon, this is fulfills the main prompt of continuous series, bonus prompt of second book in a series, because it's second book in Mistborn Era 2, and I'm going to write a review for it. For Realmathon, there you can earn points for if you read a host favorite, and I can't remember the host who listed Mistborn as being their favorite, and so you could read any book in that series. You would get points for reading a host favorite. So yes, there's Mistborn Era 1 and Mistborn Era 2, but Mistborn is also considered a whole series as well. So I'm counting this as a host favorite. There is a map. I'm assuming there's going to be multiple POVs, hopefully. Then one of the challenges is you can spell your name on the cover. So E from Sanderson, Mistborn M. Where did the I go? I in Mistborn, L in Self, and then Sunday, Y, Sunday times review. And then you get bonus points if you're reading your Realms genre. And my realm is fantasy. This is a fantasy book. Then the next book I hope to read is The Way of Edan by Philip Chase. If you don't follow his channel, go check him out. I really have enjoyed watching his booktube channel, And he was one of the first booktubers that I started watching after Peru's Project. And this just came out in March, and I've been holding off on reading it so I can use it for my readathons. So for Keymark, this is for sure a recent addition to my TBR because it came out in March. It is an independently published, self-published book, and then I'm going to write a review for it. For Realmathon, I have bonus points for indie or self-published and reading the genre of my realm. And then I'm also going to use new to me author, map, spell my name, and I don't know if this has multiple POVs. I don't know what else I can use. I can use up to 4 of the general prompts for bonus points. So I'm hoping that I can use something else. This will give me positive points for my team. Then the next book I plan on reading is Wayward by Amelia Hart. For Keymark, I bought this for the cover. Look how gorgeous that cover is. This is a debut novel by Amelia Hart, and then I'll write a review. For Realmathon, it's the genre of the realm. It's magical fantasy, or what is that called? I don't know. It's a soft fantasy. I'm going to spell my name. I feel like it's kind of cheating because Amelia and Emily is so easy. But Amelia, right there, Emil, and then Y from Wayward. There's my name. New to me author, there's going to be multiple point of views because there are 3 timelines. One set in 1619, one in 1942, and then one in 2019. And it's about 3 women who... one is in 1619 is tried for witchcraft, more not like spells and whatever, more like the green magic that ties with nature. One is in 2019, she just kind of flees to her great aunt's house that she inherited from her great aunt when she passes. And then the 1942 one is set in World War II, and this woman is living there during the war. So I'm intrigued by this book. I've heard some good things. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the last book I'm going to read for the Keymark is The Undertaking of Heart and Mercy. For Keymark, this is going to be recommended by a friend. So this was recommended at the BookTube Besties virtual retreat that happened in February. This was published in the 21st century, so that's my second bonus point. And then I'm going to write a review on it. For Realmathon, I'm getting the bonus. It's a book that's the genre of my realm. The word I'm going to get negative points. So first we have a word related to another realm. So undertaking, that's related to horror, right? If you're an undertaker, it's related to death and horror or mysteries. Movement, undertaking, like you're digging the grave, that's movement. Illustrated spine, so there's that skull there on the spine. And then it came out in 2023. No. Did it? 2022. Came out in 2022. Sorry. 2022. All right. Then I don't think I'll be able to finish this book, given I've got 6 others going. And Way of Adon is kind of a longer, and I think Way of Adon is going to be slower because people are kind of comparing it to Tolkien. So I know that might take me a little bit more to read, but for sure I'm going to start Words of Radiance by Brandon Sanderson. I so desperately want to start this, and I've been kind of holding off because it's long. It's long. It's long. And also I need to get caught up on The Great Hunt. And I've been also knocking out books for the Tropical Readathon this month. But if I can finish this in April, which I don't think I will, but we're going to make a valiant effort. For sure, it's the genre of the realm. And then I would get positive points because it's a source of light, radiance. Spell your name. I'm not going to go through all that. Mental health rep. Kaladin for sure struggles with depression. And then there's going to be multiple point of views. So I really want to read this, but I also want to desperately help my team So that's why I'm kind of putting this more towards the back burner. But I'm wondering like if I could read a few, like spread this book out throughout the entire month and then read the other books if I could knock it out. So that being said, let me know if you've read any of these books before. Let me know what your thoughts are, and let me know what you are looking forward to reading in April. As always, happy reading, and please like and subscribe.